We are talking about Halo because episode 1 of season 1 just dropped. It is apparently a Showtime series playing right now on Paramount Plus, and I gotta say, as a fan of science fiction and a lifelong Halo fan, this was very familiar and very cool and very well acted. I liked pretty much everything about it. It to me, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I can't wait for the next episode. I'm mad at myself that I was gonna skip this. In fact, Shane, until you told me that it was good, I wasn't gonna watch it. I was gonna maybe binge watch it later on. Oh, it's phenomenal. Master Chief, the actor's cool. When they come in, I love the fact that they're showing the rebels and what they think of the Spartans. And when they come in and save, they don't even save the village, but they kill all those bad guys. It was so rad, dude. And the light swords, rad, bro. Rad.
Yes.
I don't have a better word for it. It was just so freaking cool.
So the elements were cool. So let me preface it really quick that I have never played Halo. I don't know anything about it. And when Brian said he was looking forward to seeing it, I happened to see it pop up, and I'm like, I didn't really want to watch it, but I'm like, well, he said it was science, so I watched it, and I enjoyed it. But no, I'm not a hardcore fan, so I don't know if everything's right or if it's as it should be or if everything is correct. All I know is that we pull up on these people who look like they have very little, and they're terrified of whoever the military is in this world.
The Marines and the Spartans, yeah.
Right. And then basically these aliens come in and start slaughtering them. And I was like, oh, dang, that was pretty real.
Yeah, so the basic premise is the galaxy or whatever is really ran by this sort of authoritative government. And these rebels don't want anything to do with the government, but the government actually needs the rebels to be under control because they need some kind of chemical or mineral or something.
Yeah, resources from their planet, right?
Yes, to help fight the Covenant. And the Covenant are these aliens that they don't know very much about that just continually harassing these planets. And a lot of people don't, because they don't see them, they think that, they're talking about propaganda. It's not real. And for a minute there, you would start thinking that maybe they are either being lied to or they're not, or they don't understand that there's actually a threat. And then you realize that maybe it's a little mixture. It's more like the real world. It's a mixture of two. Yes, the government isn't all bad, also isn't all good. They have problems. In their mind, a lot of people in this government think the greater good is dealing with this alien threat that they don't know anything about. And they're willing to kill people to make sure that they can continue fighting that war.
Right. And then apparently I guess the Spartans are not the normal military, and somehow they've been taken from their families and brainwashed to become these like mecha warriors.
They've been genetically altered in some way.
Yeah. So
and they're rad.
I mean, obviously, yeah. So the people weren't able to do anything to the aliens. They couldn't even shoot their armor. And as soon as the Spartans showed up, they started taking down the aliens pretty easily.
Before we get into this more, please hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. And on the way to the comment section, hit the like button. Thanks.
So I just felt like it was compelling. I liked the storyline. I liked that I knew who Master Chief was. Who wouldn't know who Master Chief was? I know he's like the lead Spartan guy.
Right.
And I like that, it did feel a little bit kind of like The Mandalorian to me, a little bit.
It has that vibe like he's going to start protecting, this girl.
Right.
Like she's baby Yoda or whatever.
Yeah, it kind of got that feel for it. Some people were complaining that when he took his helmet off, it just ruined things. The actor playing Master Chief is Pablo Schreiber, who's the brother of Lieb Schreiber.
He's the better actor.
Pablo is?
Yeah, much better actor.
Wait, Pablo's better than Lieb?
Oh yeah, much better.
Really?
Much better actor in my opinion.
I like his older brother.
Yeah, he was in. I believe he was in the Orange is the New Black, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was. He was also he's in Skyscraper, which I didn't really watch. That's probably the only Rock movie I haven't seen. 13 Hours. He was in 13 Hours.
He's a good actor, man. I
I
think.
haven't really seen him before, but I guess he's in American Gods. He played Mad Sweeney. I didn't
I
really.
loved him in American Gods. That's right. He was the best character in American Gods.
So yeah, so what some people are saying out there is that his face doesn't fit what Master Chief's face should look like.
Well, how do you know what his face looks like?
Well, that's the thing is nobody knows, but they just expect something a little more, I don't know, chiseled and strong. I don't know.
This
This
is
is
the
what I'm hearing.
problem with you know people. It's like reading a book, and and then you make a movie,
Mm-hmm.
and there's gonna be a lot of people that aren't seeing the same movie in their head than as the book they wrote, and this is the same thing. You aren't seeing his face, so you have a vision of his face. It's probably attached to some kind of masculine figure in your history,
Right.
your father, your grandfather. In your mind, you see this protector, this person, as someone that you uh, resemble in some way, right?
Right.
So it's not going to be perfect. And me knowing that had zero problem with his
Okay.
face.
I'm glad that you're enlightened and you're in touch with yourself. But even for me, when I watched The Mandalorian and he finally took his helmet off, there was a bit of a letdown when he took his helmet off.
Sure.
So while I don't know this character at all or anything about it, although when he did take his character off, or his helmet off, I went, "Oh, well, that doesn't look like a badass fighter." But okay, and I know that's stereotyping. That's probably not the right thing to do. But as humans, we just kind of can't help but to have expectations. And there's a part of me that thinks maybe they should have just left the helmet on a little longer. Maybe he should have
Yeah.
stayed in that helmet for a few episodes.
Maybe a little bit longer, but you know what? Does Ryan Reynolds look like a badass fighter?
Who?
Does Ryan Reynolds look like a badass fighter?
Um. Well, when he's wearing his Deadpool outfit,
Right. But when he's not, he looks like he belongs
but
as
he's
the
in his
romantic lead in a
he's
comedy.
got a mask. I don't know. It's Master Chief. He's like, I don't know the game a whole lot, but what I do know is he's the dude you are when you're playing Halo.
Right. He's the main character.
Yeah. But
Look,
this is pretty aggressive, pretty violent, bloody stuff. It's a Showtime, and there's the reason I mentioned Showtime. I know earlier you're like, it's on Paramount Plus. It's created by Showtime. It's airing on Paramount Plus because they're partnered.
the armor looks so freaking cool. I mean, jeez.
Is that game expectation? Like, do you when you look at that, do you go, yeah, that reminds me of the game?
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. Listen, the armor, all the Spartan armor reminded me of the game. The aliens remind me of the game. The light swords they carry remind me of the game. The guns they carry remind me of the game. And that little Easter egg when he was out of ammo, and when Master Chief was out of ammo, and his buddy was pinned down, and he picks up the minigun that was previously mounted on the truck, and
Yeah.
he uses the mini gun as a turret to lay waste. That is directly out of the game. Listen, guys, if you played Halo, there's a moment when you get that minigun, and you're slower and you can't jump around, and you are impeded because of the weight of this thing. But you are also now a god
Mm.
because no one can match, and at least in Halo 2, the power of that minigun, and that was really cool.
Interesting. Yeah, this TV show has taken a long time to make it. It goes all the way back to 2013 when it was revealed that Steven Spielberg was going to develop the Halo TV series and executive produce it
The
through his
aliens
Amblin
were awesome,
Television.
by the way.
It's gone back a long ways. I guess there's like 265 or 225, something like that, drafts of this script that have gone through
Wow.
before this show was actually made.
They
Some
really
of the
didn't want to get it wrong.
They don't want to get it wrong. Other than feeling a little bit like The Mandalorian, I think that's kind of. Some people are complaining about Cortana, but since I didn't play the game, I don't really know if
I haven't
it's
seen
not-
Cortana yet.
They're saying that the Cortana coming is not the right Cortana or something.
Well, we haven't seen him yet, but yes, I was one of those people that when I saw the images of Cortana, I was like,
Yeah,
I mean, that looks like a person, and Cortana is humanoid, but she's not a person, and
got it.
I had a problem with it, but because I haven't seen that portion, and I've only seen that one screenshot, I can't really. I have no room yet to criticize until I see the context of that
That,
screenshot.
that's fair. Yeah, so this is an interesting series. I know we don't have a whole lot probably to talk about it. Some of the concerns are that Kwan Ha, who's playing the little girl that he's protecting, played by the actress Yureen Ha. Interesting, she has the same last name. They think that they're afraid that at some point she's going to become Master Chief, and kind of fall into this whole like woke culture that's happening right now.
What are you talking about, guys?
I mean, I guess it's possible anything could happen, but there is only one Master Chief,
There's
and
one
that's
Master Chief.
Pablo
So,
Schreiber. Yeah.
yeah, maybe she becomes a Spartan. And guess what, guys? There are female Spartans in the game. It's you play Halo ODST. Like when Spartans were introduced as characters you can play that weren't just Master
Yeah,
Chief.
I think they're specifically talking about her taking over as Master Chief.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing saying that Master Chief is always the same person, right? Master Chief's a rank, by the way.
Yeah, it's a rank.
So
Yeah.
it is a rank. So it doesn't mean that he always has to be. It always has to be the same person.
Right. I don't really know. I know that in all the games when I played Master Chief, in my mind, even though as ex-military, I knew that was a rank. In my mind, I was playing the same character.
I gotcha. You know, what I thought was interesting about the episode was in the beginning, like all the kids are doing drugs. You know, I was like, what the heck? They like go off to the hillside to like do drugs and stuff.
But there was after Halo 3, there was ODST where you played as different Spartans, not just
Okay.
Master Chief.
Not just Matt. Okay. And I don't know a lot about it, so. All right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go
I
over
guess
to
he
the
touches the artifact and he gets like some of his memories back, and it's the whole thing. And
That's not part of the game, right?
I think there actually is a part of the game where he touches something and Cortana has to do something. I don't remember though. But listen, by the way, also, as much as I do love the game, it has been like 20 years. So
Well, and in this case, if you haven't seen the whole series or whatever, and you want to, sorry, I guess we should have said spoilers at the beginning. You know, so he's basically going against the government. He's getting some of his memories back, and a small group, I guess the scientist that's in charge of him doesn't want him taken down, even though the government's basically said take down Master Chief.
oh, that was a cool scene
Which one?
when she was like, "Guys, you're being told to take down Master Chief. I'm amending your orders. Protect Master Chief at all costs." And they're like, even with civilians, and he's like, if they're trying to take down the chief, they're not civilians,
Or they're not friendlies.
or they're not. Yeah, even friendlies. He goes, yeah,
Yeah.
they're trying to take down the chief. They're not friendly. That was awesome, dude.
Right, right. So yeah. Anyways, that's if you guys watch the show, it's who knows what's going to happen next week. If it gets better, I'm intrigued enough to continue watching. So
Yeah, I mean, it seems like proper sci-fi too.
it does. It's got all the elements. It's got creatures. It's a storyline. You know what's cool about it for me, because I didn't play the games and I don't understand it. It's actually a new story for me.
Right.
And so we don't
for
get
you.
that a lot of days. And for you Halo fans, it's not a new story for you. But for me, it's new and interesting. So just
Yeah,
going over here to the comments.
The graphics are cool. This whole cityscape is cool. It's very cool.
Yeah, they got some good stuff going on here. Let me come over here to the comments really quick.
Well, let me end this segment. Let me do comments. Listen, hit that comment section and let us know what you guys think of Halo if you haven't seen it. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button, boys. Okay.
All right.